Is Blend Bunny duping themselves in their upcoming collaboration with Ellis Atlantis? Well, I have the full collection with me, so we're going to swatch it and we're going to find out. If you guys are new to my channel, welcome. My name is KARENHARRIS. I like to film tan girl friendly makeup videos here on YouTube. I do post quite often, so highly recommend subscribing, turning on that bell so you're notified every time I post, and without further blabbering, let's get into it. Okay, so from the title, the thumbnail, the intro, you know we're talking about the new collection from Blend Bunny, and this is a collab with Ellis Atlantis. I'm so excited. I had not heard of this creator before, and I really enjoyed checking out their Instagram. We did talk a little bit about this collaboration in my new makeup releases video that I posted yesterday, so if you haven't seen that, definitely check that out. But I was so unexpectedly surprised when I got notification that this collection was out for delivery. So here I am, because this collection is beautiful, it's big, it's loud, and I am so ready to decorate this face with some new makeup. Okay, I do want to show you guys the packaging really quick because I wasn't able to get this like reflective packaging to show up. As you can see, I have the blush palette swatch on my hand here, but anyway, I wasn't able to get the silvery packaging to show up. So this is the cheek glaze, and it has this beautiful metallic packaging, and then all of the products are packaged in this beautiful silver box. So I wasn't able to pick up the reflex, so I thought I would just show it to you guys while I'm sitting here. And then this is the box for the palette. Everything is so beautiful, so iconic. Look at the back of this, how freaking stunning. So the packaging, 10 out of 10. Now let's get into the close-ups. So first you get a beautiful card. It says, "Hello, my loves. This collection is truly a testament to my vision and how to create as an artist. The ability to be limitless and have total freedom whilst creating is so important to me and was what I had in mind while designing this collection. I hope it inspires you and allows you to let go and create without limits. All my love, Ellis." So there is a ton of information about this collection on the Blend Bunny Instagram account as well as the collaborators' Instagram account. So I'm just going to read you just a little bit while we're looking at all the makeup. It says, "It's finally here. We've spent the last year creating and perfecting what I can truly say is some of the best cosmetics I have ever tried. Launching this Sunday, April 21st, this 5-piece collection gives a small glimpse into my creative process and how I see the world of makeup. Ellis, Volume 1, Eye and Face Palette. This palette is way more than a rainbow palette. It captures the essence of the rainbow whilst giving you varying undertones. With bold, matte formulas that blend like butter and gleaming liquid metal shimmers, the Ellis palette gives you the tools to create without limits. The palette is comprised of 40 high-impact mattes, 4 ethereal veil shimmers, and 1 liquid metal shimmer. This retails for $66. Solar Flare and Lunar Eclipse Dimension palettes. These blush trios harness multiple tones of pink and orange, helping you achieve Ellis's signature sculpted cheek. Ellis believes that contour doesn't stop at contour powder, and that blush is the key to that dimensional finish. $26 each. Celestial Cheek Glaze. This high-intensity cheek glaze delivers an instant flush of pink radiance with a formula that applies like a powder that gives you the appearance of a glimmering star. This retails for $16. Starburst Lash Clusters. These individual clusters add drama and dimension to every eye look. Stack them, layer them, wear them how you want for that personalized touch. $12. So this collection is launching on Sunday the 21st at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard, which is noon Central Standard Time. And I do have an affiliate code with Blend Bunny. I'm not sure if it's going to apply to this collection, but in case you're shopping the site, KHMAKEUP will save you a little extra bit on the Blend Bunny site. So that is all the information. I wanted to show you everything so you could see it move with the camera and things like that. So hopefully that was helpful. I'm sure you guys can tell I'm super pumped to try this palette out. Now, I wish I could do multiple looks, but I just received this collection, so I really want to get something up before I run out of time, which is something that happens to me quite often with 2 little ones, but I'm so pumped, and I will definitely try and do more looks with this in the future. So this is what it looks like one more time. I think everything swatched beautifully. And of course, as always, I'm debating in my head, do I want to do a green look or do I want to do something else? So let's see what I can get into. Let's go ahead and get started. Also, you guys should know that I still have a cold and my ears are blocked. So I don't know if I'm yelling or if I'm talking really softly. Hopefully, I'm just talking at my normal volume, but I can't tell how loud I am. So yeah, that's been good. And I can't smell anything and I can barely taste. So it's a good time over here at my house. Low-key, I didn't know what I was getting from this collection. So thank you to Blend Bunny and their collaborator for sending me all of the makeup. I am not really a big lash girly, so I don't mind that I didn't get the lashes, but I'm so grateful that they sent this over because I know Maggie had said that she had to make room for obviously Ellis's people that she wanted to include on the list. So I was half expecting that I wasn't going to get everything, and that was totally fine. I mean, I'm super grateful, but if I hadn't gotten this, I would have picked everything up myself, especially the blush palette. I know I always say, like, I love eyeshadow, but that orange blush palette, it's like it was made for me. Okay, so I'm going to do my faux wing. So I'm going to go into the shade called Avoid, and I'm starting off with the black because I'm going to try and use as many shades as I can. Next, I'm going to go into the shade called Membrane, which is like a dark green, and I'm basically gonna start packing that right over the black here on the edge. These feel very pigmented and lovely, so if you want to just stamp them on, you can. If you want to blend them, I'm gonna try blending these soon, see how that works out. But yeah, so far it's nice and crisp and it's staying put. Okay, I'm gonna go into the shade called Nebula. And I'm also going to put that kind of at the end here. Really want a dramatic look. Now I want to use some of the lighter shades. So I'm going to go in, I think, with Specimen and Infestation, maybe some Cosmic. So let's see how that all works out. I'm going to grab this small brush for the job. And let's start off with Specimen. And I'm just going to try and like really press that into my eyeshadow primer without blending too much. Wow, that looks really nice and vibrant. Ooh, that's pretty. Okay, so now that I've pressed it in, I'm just kind of blending a little bit. That looks so vibrant and bright. I'm so impressed. Okay, I'm gonna go into the shade called Galactic. It's like this really pretty blue. And I'm just gonna start putting that in the middle of the eyelid and kind of helping blend that dark outer corner with the really light inner corner. So I did post about this collection on my community page, and a lot of you had said that this palette was just very big, and I could totally see how it could be quite intimidating. It's got 40 matte eyeshadows and it has 5 shimmers. So 45 is a lot, but I do like that they kept the price reasonable. I feel like $66 for such a large palette is such a good price, especially with the quality of Maggie's eyeshadows or Blend Bunny's eyeshadows. So I'm very happy about that because I was like, oh my gosh, is this going to be like a $70, $80 palette? Especially when it's a collaboration, you know, those tend to be a little bit more expensive. So I love the price point. I haven't seen if they're going to have a bundle, so I'll be curious to see if there's some kind of bundle option, but also, like I said, if they allow codes, then you'll be able to save with a little bit of a code used as well. But that's pretty much what I wanted to do for the matte. So now we're going to go in with one of these metallic shades in the middle here. So I think I'm going to use the shade Supernova, which is a really pretty green shade right here. And we're just going to foil that on to the lid. I also feel like because it's such a large rainbow palette, people were saying like, oh, I don't need that. I already have that. Easy pass. And I totally get it. But I feel like they did such a good job of like elevating this palette. I feel like this is really how you should be doing collaborations, is by having all of this beautiful customization of the palettes. I mean, we've never seen Blend Money do something this size. So I think it really speaks to like how much they kind of did this as a collaborative project. I love the mirror. I mean, I feel like they put in so much detail here. Like, it's amazing. Like, imagine this was your collaboration and they did all this like custom design work on your palette. Because sometimes I feel like with indie brands, I totally get it. They're smaller companies. They're working with tighter budgets. But I feel like if this was my collaboration, I would be so impressed that Blend Money like took the time to create something so customized for me. I feel like that's just like really showing that both the creator and the owner really respect each other, and Maggie really wanted to deliver something really, really special. So I think that is so cool. That shade is beautiful. Definitely need a base with that iridescent shimmer shade because it does not have a base shade to it. So it's putting on a really beautiful sparkle, but that green eyeshadow I laid down is also popping through, so I love that for me. Now let me line my waterline quick and finish up this look. I lined my waterline with this Natasha Denona green eye pencil. And now we're just going to continue with the green on the lower lash line because I'm a sucker for green. So I'm going to go into this shade called Mutation, which is a really pretty like true green. And I'm just going to run that on the lower lash line with this Sigma eye pencil. Look at how vibrant that green is. It's like my favorite shade of green. Let me show it to you really quick. There it is. Okay, and then for the inner corner, I want to use this shade called Voltage. It's like a really pretty like yellowy green. And I'm just going to pick that up on the same brush. I'm going to give it a little spray. And I'm just going to see if I can pack that on in the inner corner. I was hoping it would be vibrant enough, but it's really not popping as much as I wanted it to. So I guess I'm going to have to use Supernova on the inner corner as well. But at least I was able to use a little bit of that yellow shade as a base. Okay, I really love how bright and vibrant and dramatic this is looking. So this look obviously needs some mascara. I'm going to do that after I go ahead and test out the blush palette. So I was contemplating like which one to use, and I feel like I have to go with this one because, I mean, are you kidding me? These two shades, Heat and Scorched, are just perfection. Okay, so I wanted to grab a clean brush, and I'm going to start off with the shade Scorched, and I feel like knowing Blend Money and the collaborator, this is going to be really vibrant. So figured I'd start off with the more pigmented shade, kind of keep it towards the back here, really blend it. And then I'm going to use Heat as kind of the shade to blend it out with. But, oh my gosh, that is so pretty. I mean, I already love Blend Money's blush palettes that they already have. So this is just like the icing on the freaking cake. God, that is so pretty. It's definitely giving like the perfect sunburn kind of look. So I'm going to stop myself before I go too crazy. And then we're going to try the Celestial Cheek Glaze. And I just have a good old Real Techniques brush here. I was worried because this looks so pink in the pan. But when you top it onto this particular blush, it kind of looks a little bit more orange. So I appreciate that. I'm going to go easy on the highlight because I don't want it to take over this look, but we're done, you guys. We're done with look 1 with the Blend Bunny and Ellis collection. So I'm going to spray my face, throw on some mascara, and do something with this hair, and I'll be right back to show you guys the finished look. Okay, friends, so here is the finished look. What do you guys think? Definitely let me know down in the comments. I'm always curious to hear. Now, before I share my first impressions on this collection with you guys, let me tell you really quick what else is on my face today. So this lip color is a new one. I picked this up during the Sephora sale. It's from Merit Beauty, and this is a beautiful dark brown shade called Equestrian. These are their new like matte lipsticks, and they're so comfy. I've just been like layering the shade on throughout this look, and I think it looks beautiful. It's a nice deep rich brown, and I did end up picking up 2 more shades before the sale ended. The rest of my complexion is super easy. I'm wearing the Urban Decay Face Bond foundation in the shade 23. I've also been wearing the Kulfi concealer, so those are my 2 base products for the day. And then my bronzer is the Too Faced Chocolate Caramel Bronzer from the Sephora sale as well. And then to powder my face, I did use the new Hourglass powder. I actually did film another Get Ready With Me type video with this one, but that'll probably go up tomorrow instead. But those are some of the other products I used on my face today to create this look. Now, let's go ahead and talk about the Blend Bunny collection. I did say when I started this video, are they duping themselves? And a lot of you were mentioning the blends palette. So this is the original Blend Bunny palette. This is the palette that started it all, and I think it's like a very famous palette in the lineup. It's just a beautiful all matte palette. So I'm not going to sit here and compare tones and do all of that. I know Deandra Nicole, she's on Instagram, and I've talked about her many times before. I can link her Instagram down below, but I believe she did go ahead and compare these 2 palettes. So I will say, just like looking at them in the viewfinder, they do look pretty similar, but I think, as I mentioned while I was doing my makeup, the cool thing about it is, of course, that it's a collaboration. So people that are fans of Ellis are now going to find Blend Bunny, or vice versa. I think that's one of the main exciting things about getting a collab, is you're expanding your audiences both ways. I also can't see that there is a lot of customization to this palette. So I think this is just beautiful. I mean, they should be so proud of being able to create a palette like this for $66 with this beautiful mirror. I mean, these are all like custom little things. So I think that it's absolutely beautiful. I think this is worth the money. I will say, if you have some of the other Blend Bunny palettes, it could be a little repetitive, but I'm also of the belief that if you've been collecting makeup for a few years now, you probably already have a bunch of similar things in your collection. So, you know, how do we say when it's enough? I feel like that's definitely on an individual basis, but I'm so excited about this palette. At first, I was like, oh gosh, it's another big rainbow palette. But now that I've tried it out and tried a look with it, I think the quality is so there. Such beautiful shades, pigmented, blendable. The metallics are beautiful. So lots and lots of options with this. Next, I was feeling similarly about the face palettes, because Blend Bunny does have these existing beautiful face palettes that are basically everything you could ever need and want. But again, I think they did something really cool with these 2 options. So if you prefer pinks and more like girly shades, you can go for this one. If you like oranges like I do, this Solar Flare palette is absolutely gorgeous. So let me go ahead and show these to you side by side. So this is the Bare palette with the Lunar Eclipse palette. And this one's like the more muted of the 2. I do feel like Juicy is the more similar palette against these ones. But again, if I hadn't received this in PR, I would have at least for sure picked up the Solar Flare, because you guys know I love those hot orange tones. I'm so into them, so I can never get enough of these. Again, I think they did something different enough where if you already own those other two palettes, you can still have these in your collection. And then last but certainly not least is the Celestial Cheek Glaze. And this is what it looks like. I don't think I have anything from Blend Bunny that looks like this, that is this pigmented. I did grab the Noctilucent palette just to show you guys a little side by side. So there is this like more bronzy tone in here, but I think this one is a little bit more of a pink shade. So there those are side by side as well. So I guess if you're watching this wondering if they did dupe themselves, I guess they kind of did, but who cares? Like, I know that seems very silly because I'm sure some people out there do care, and they're always going to calculate like the cost per wear, the grams, the, you know, colors, how different is everything. I totally get that, but that's not how I buy makeup. I'm totally an emotional person when it comes to my makeup purchases. Like even with those House Lab blushes, people kept telling me the new size is actually a bad deal when you compare to the old size, but I'm like, I don't care. I would have never used up the full size in the original anyway. I'm buying it because I like the formula and I like the shades that they came out with. So, you know, there's different kinds of people out there, and that's totally fine. I think this is beautiful. I'm so excited for them. Like I said, I hadn't heard of this creator before, so highly recommend checking out their Instagram, their YouTube, all of the things. I'll try and link them down below. But I just think this is very cool. I think they made this very much according to their collaborators' vibe, and I love that because I feel like there's so many collaborations out there, but this makes it unique, that real touch of the artwork and things like that, and it just made me happy to see it. So those are my 2 cents. Like I mentioned, this collaboration collection is launching on Sunday, the 21st at noon Central Standard Time. And if they're letting you use codes, you can use mine, KHMAKEUP, to save on the Blend Bunny website at any time. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will try and do more looks with this palette. Can't say it's going to be before the launch. I have a few other things I need to play with as well. So it's kind of a wild April. Like, I didn't realize how many things were launching in the next week or so. So my schedule is jam-packed, but I wanted to say that I really think these eyeshadows are lovely. The quality is great. And I'm very, very excited for Blend Bunny on their first collaboration. So congratulations to everyone all around. Thank you guys so much for checking out this video. Give this video a thumbs up. Leave me a rainbow emoji. It really helps me out. It's a free way to support the channel. And I will see you in another video very, very soon. Bye!